Right, hopefully you can start viewing this again, so apologies. Right, what it was is I moved the mouse a bit, I didn't even click on another tab, and Opera decided that you moving the mouse around means we're going to use it as a shortcut key and change your window, which breaks the stream. So basically I have to do this and not touch the keyboard or mouse when I'm streaming, because I didn't even know that was a thing, but it was. So hopefully people get the notification for this and they come back for like the last 25 minutes of the stream or something. I was saying thank you to Max for the other donation that you see is, buying body armor at the moment and all that because of the riots going on, and I don't blame him. I hope you stay safe. But yeah, the problem is that, yes, if you didn't hear what I was just saying, in Opera, if you touch the mouse too much, it thinks it's you doing a shortcut, like shaking a mobile phone. So therefore, it takes you off of the stream. That's helpful, isn't it? Where as soon as you leave the window where you're streaming, it stops the stream from running. So I was saying thank you to Max for the donation. And I was saying I don't blame him for wanting to buy, like riot and protection gear with all the shit going on at the moment. Oh, sounds good, surviving the apocalypse. But yeah. But I mean, yeah, like I was saying, I don't know where it cut me off. I really need to stop buying stuff. I keep saying I'm not going to buy any more after this thing. And then recently, eBay refunded me for one of the things I bought that I really wanted to do a video on. So I've had to buy a replacement one, which I don't know if it's worked out as cheaper or more expensive. But what I ended up buying was, and that ended up getting refunded, was a digital ion chamber that, does like background doses up to like dangerous doses of radiation. And because that ended up being stuck in transit for like 2 months and nothing happening with it, eBay refunded me. So now I've bought a replacement one. I think I might have spent a bit more on a replacement one. But yeah, the reason I really wanted one is I want to do a proper video comparing ion chambers and Geiger counters, explaining the pros and cons of each. Because this is, like a Terra P sort of tier one, but digital as an ion chamber. Yeah, it's a lovely rifle, isn't it, Glow in the Dark? I've got another really cool rifle here. I don't know if you've seen the Martini Henry, but unfortunately I can't... not Martini Henry, that's the one we're on about. The Schmitz Rubin rifle, the Swiss one, but unfortunately I can't show it on the stream because of YouTube's policy. But the bolt action is fully working on this, so if I hold it just out of frame where it can't be seen on camera, there you go. The bolt works completely fine on the Schmitz Rubin because it's another antique, obsolete gun, so you can own it. So that's lovely. But yeah, Martini Henrys are lovely rifles, aren't they? Especially if you think, it's from the musket era and it was so much better of a rifle. Well, the background, thank you, Henry. The background would literally just be nothing but helmets, and I'll be just squashed in against it when I've got the camera running. And then I have to hope it doesn't tip over and crush me. I'll be like those American hoarders that died from the, like having a pile of the stuff they were hoarding fall on top and crush them to death. That's annoying, Arctic Fox. That's the part of the problem with selling online, that you can get people that are real dicks like that. I've got the British equivalent of the Pasket, but not the original Pasket. Yeah, Max, I said thank you for your donation. That was when the stream was cutting out. But yeah, I can understand at the moment why you think, getting body armor and protective gear is a lot more important than radiation gear. But yeah, that's at the moment, again, thank you for the donation. But in America, I'd be very, about at the moment, because I think at the moment for a lot of people, it is literally, thinking about your safety and your family's safety, isn't it, rather than anything else. That's right, Henry. Thanks for the donation. I appreciate it because, as I said, helps at the moment with all the stuff where I don't know what's going to go on with work and all that. The materials it's made from mostly XXM. So if it's Kevlar, is it polyurethane or whatever it's called? Is it, steel? But the thicker the helmet, the better the shape of the helmet and the better the material in the helmet, the more likely it is to stop something penetrating it. Yeah, I wanted to go to Chernobyl this year, and then Corona happened. Oh yeah, it's real shame Vera Lynn died, wasn't it? She got to a good age, she's like 103. But yeah, I did hear about that on the news earlier, so rest in peace to her. I suppose I enjoy World War II music. I mean, there's different music from different nations, isn't there? You get like the kind of American and British style songs, and you've got like the Soviet propaganda music, like the Nazi propaganda music. I like listening to a lot of it. You know, I don't necessarily agree with what the political edge is to the music, but it's interesting to listen to a lot of it. I won't say that at the moment, GG, just because I've had weird people trying to dox me and trying to, you know, like gather information on me online to blackmail me. Even though I don't see why it would matter, because people I work with know what my job, you know, I do YouTube stuff anyway, you know what I mean? But the point is, GG, that I've kind of stopped talking about that because a few people have ruined it for everybody. Is that the song about the artillery things, Isaac? I know there's the, like, March of Stalin's Artillery or whatever it's called. I like quite a lot of those sort of things. Favorite World War II German song? Westerwald's pretty catchy, or whatever it is, Westerwald. Panzerlied's quite good, or is Panzerlied from the Battle of the Bulge? I can't remember. Is it a real song or not? There's quite a few of those sort of marching songs that are good. I mean, Konigratz is good, but that's actually pre-Nazi Germany, which is good because you don't have to feel horrible for liking it. Tactical Pirate, there was an accident, it's gone. When you're cleaning windows, glow in the dark. Probably not Peppy the Frog, the name doesn't sound familiar. That was what I was going to look for, Ante, and then the stream crashed. Right, I will look for it, but I need to be very careful, because if I move the mouse too much, it's going to think I'm trying to do some sort of shortcut, and it's going to cut away. So I'll copy and paste that into a new tab. What model is it? It's the British one. So you are looking at one of these. Yeah, these are good. They're the old ROC and British Army style ones. Basically, Surviving the Apocalypse has done some good videos on them. You pop the pen on you want to charge. You're meant to do it on like a flat surface, like a table, not on your knee. You twist the dial till it reads 0, or just left 0. Then you pull it off. And then, I know it won't show up very well on the camera, you've charged your decimeter pen. But yeah, you're not going to see that for now. But yeah, what you're looking at is one of these. They're worth getting. They only use 1 D cell, so they're pretty easy to power. There's a German firefighter's Stahlhelm in the background, which is the one you can see. So you're looking at this. I could tell if I've received a fatal dose of radiation from a nuclear attack, but I wouldn't be protected from it. Right, where's my UV pen torch? Here we go. Right, people saw this the other stream, but if I put this on UV mode, there you go. You can see that it would look better with the light off, obviously, but you can see that this glows under UV. And the more you hold the UV under one section of it, the more it glows. Yeah, from that angle, it's quite good, look. You can see how it kind of almost paints a pattern on it. And then it fades. No, it's not Austrian. That was just the rank badge. It's the old Bundeswehr or West German firefighters' helmets. Yeah, it's because it's the same helmet design, glow in the dark, but these are aluminium. Basically, what they did after World War II, they kept making the helmets, but they made them out of aluminium, so they were lighter, and then painted them with glow in the dark paint. And the idea was just for firefighters to wear them. So basically, it's the Nazi helmet without the Nazi connotations, which I quite like. Let me put the UV lights on, and then we'll finish the stream with UV light for the end of it, because, you know, UV light's cool. Where's the wire for my big UV light? There it is. Put that facing this way, flick the main light off. But yeah, this is a glow-in-the-dark helmet. I don't know if the phosphors in the paint would react with radiation. But yeah, this was just the German firefighter's helmet from the Cold War. So the idea was that basically they used the machining for the old Nazi helmets to make ones which were for saving people, you know, rather than doing evil shit. Or what, to make it shiny, Vladimir? That's annoying, glow in the dark. I've got a iron cross my granddad found from German deserters during the war. Annoyingly, he said during the war, they found during like the fall of Berlin, and you know, when the British Army was moving into Berlin, they found an old field hospital that had crates and crates and crates and crates of SS knives in the attic. And they each took like, you know, a dozen of them to take home, and the military police said, no, you can't take those back with you. And they'd be worth like a couple of £100 each today, you know, and they'd have had dozens of them. But, you know, how much is the price? I'll have to look up and say which model that actually is, because I know about the PNV 57s, but this isn't going through the thing. Oh well. Right, let me Google it. A lot of the time, it always depends on the price of what you're paying for one of those, you know, if you're getting it cheap. Oh, so it's like the periscope thing, is it? 185 quid. I don't know what tier of night vision it is. If it's Gen 1 Plus, that's worth it. If it's just a regular Gen 1, then it's not. But I'm afraid I don't know enough about that particular night vision set, because I'm used to using the PNV 57s. For $239, I'd probably buy a modern night vision, in all honesty. Nearly everything I get my stuff from, Amy, is eBay. So this helmet was from eBay, that dosimeter was from eBay, those MD3s were from eBay. You know, the DP3s in the background are eBay. The poster was from eBay. For the most part, I always use eBay. There we go, I've managed to thread it through now. But yeah, that's the chin strap on this helmet. One of those weird... But yeah, this is basically the West German helmet that used the Stauhound's design, but it's made from aluminium and glows in the dark. Yeah, I definitely don't agree with that glow in the dark. How he got his, apparently, was when they were moving into some occupied, you know, when they were clearing out Germans and moving into a bit of, I think it was occupied France, the Iron Cross came from. He said that, you know, they went into a building and they found loads of like deserted German uniforms in there of all their medals, where the people had changed into civilian clothes, done a runner for it, but left all their medals and uniforms behind, so they took them as souvenirs. But yeah, looting bodies is pretty fucked up. I definitely don't agree with that. But, you know, if somebody's deserted and already run off and they've left all their clothing and medals behind, then, you know, finders keepers, I suppose. So that's how he gave me the Iron Cross. But he said to me, you know, never wear it, because the people who wore it were like really evil bastards. But, you know, I would never pay that much for night vision, Rashab. I mean, very good night vision is worth a lot. But personally, I'd say spend a few hundred on Gen 1 Plus, low-level Gen 2, and that'll probably be good enough for most people. Because the problem is with night vision, it's one of those things where it gets less and less good in terms of step-ups from, you know, how much you pay for it. So for a few £100, it's probably only going to be 20-30% better for one that's a couple of grand. As I said, eBay. This was just a German firefighter's helmet on eBay. Weirdly, I got this when I was looking for the Soviet-style ones that were in Chernobyl. And I found one of these for less money, so I just bought one of these. Yeah, they were used from like 1950s to 1980s West Germany. You can still get these actually, but a lot of them now, are silly money. Let me have a look for people, just for the people who are interested in those. Because like I say, it's definitely something that still exists to buy. If you search German firefighter helmet, let's see if any come up. Yeah, there's one for 15 quid with one bid on it. Another for £61 plus postage. Another for £12 plus postage. Another for like 17 quid. There's a few different designs, but the one I'm looking at is that you kind of want to look at that's like mine is this one. If you're looking at that one, that's the kind of thing like mine, because it's got the I took the thing off mine, but it's comes that same kind of thing for the visor on the front. Right, Bruno, I can test that right now for you. Let's flick off the UV light. Right, we're going dark, but we'll see if it works. I doubt it will. Let's get some Torbanite and the other similar thing to Torbanite. Trying to think of its name, because this is radioactive. No, it doesn't glow under radiation. If you expose it to Chernobyl levels, it might glow, but it certainly doesn't glow when exposed to Autunite and Torbanite. Right, I'll just flick this light on for the last few minutes of the stream. Now, as I already said, it's West German, as in, Germany from like 1950 to 1990 odd. I can type in the chat, but I don't see what the point of typing in the chat is randomly. All right, Mom Spaghetti, I'm on for a few more minutes. So before I go off, there you go. I need to recalibrate that again, because the longer it's on, the more it, varies on the reading. But most of the stuff behind me I've bought from eBay, so I guess come up with your own conclusion on what's the most unique thing. That's all right, Vladimir. Thank you for watching. In terms, did I cut my hair partially for gas mask, partially because it's more hygienic? When I cut my hair and wash it like this, I don't get any dandruff. When my hair gets longer, it gets irritating and I get dandruff, no matter how much I wash it. I'll be off in a minute. That's cool. But yeah, if you got one of those helmets for free, it's good. I wouldn't pay too much for them, but they're cool helmets, aren't they? But cheers, Braden. Hope you're right. Yeah, I should be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, isn't it? So tomorrow I have a video on the OZK suit going on. Yes, you can rack in. They literally pull out. They're actually a bit better on the metal one than plastic ones, as in it's a better flint wheel. But yeah, it's the exact same design. You literally just pull it straight out like that. No, sadly, Vladimir, it's just the top bit, not the bottom trouser section. But I suppose I could pair it with any of the trousers. But it was pretty cheap. I bought it from Belarus, I think. It was either Belarus or Hungary. And it was like £20. But yeah, I get quite annoyed when I wake up, Mike, and yeah, you've got like a lump of hair sticking up at a weird angle like that because of how you've laid down. That gets very irritating, doesn't it? That's cool, COVID. Hopefully you get everything and it comes in a decent time frame. I mean, obviously it's better as a complete set, but yeah, I just bought the big trench coaty bit. All right, thank you, Mom Spaghetti. At the moment, we probably have enough mods because I did appoint another one today, which is 11HHH30. Yeah, as said, 11HH30. The main thing you only really need to block people for is if they spam constantly, even when you answer them, or they're racist, basically. That's the only reason I block people on here. You know, because people, I'm perfectly happy for people to come on here and say, I don't like your videos for X reasons or whatever. That's fine. But it's when people start being a dick and say, like, oh, you shaved your head because you're a neo-Nazi, or something like that. It's like, if you think anybody with short hair is a neo-Nazi, you're a fucking retard. But, well, in terms of, like, skull shape, MG Rover, yeah, one of my mates can't shave his head because he said he'd look like a boiled egg if he shaved his head. But I'm quite lucky, at least my jaw's fairly squarish. But, yeah, the thing is, like I've said to people, if they have, sort of opinions that are a bit divisive, if they don't put them on my videos, I really don't care. But it's when people come here and have to keep spamming their views when other people don't want to hear it. That's when it, Thankfully, I'm not going bald. I just like shaving my hair. My issue is my hair grows too thick in places, so it ends up becoming a mess once it gets more than a certain length. Oh, my condolences, an MG Rover explored. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. As I said, this was the second part of the stream because the first one crashed out when I found out if you move your mouse too much during Opera, it thinks you want to do a shortcut and then it changes your window. Brilliant. So now I need to see if the other stream is still running in the background and then close that in a minute. Yeah. If this stream, A Truck Campbell, had a different name, sometimes you can get hundreds of views on it. If it's to do with something in the news at the moment, it would have a load of views. When it's on about decimeters, nobody cares. Because that's a nerdy topic, isn't it? Decimeters. But yeah, there you go. Thank you. How much have I got left to drink? If Mike's on Twitch tonight, I'll probably get through all of that tonight. If not, I'll leave a bit. But I need to make sure to drink a load of water between drinking all of this so I'm not too hungover tomorrow. Yep. Right, so you will be on Twitch tonight, right? I know where this is going then, Mike. Right, anyway, thank you, everybody. Thank you for the donations. It's been a good stream. I'll get round to filming a video on this soon as well, because this is a cool thing for doing a video on. Just 2 sips, Vladimir. I think it's a bit more than 2 sips, judging how much is left compared to this glass. But, yeah. Thanks all. Right, goodbye, everybody. Have a good evening. Stay safe.